Hey guys, how's everyone doing today? So for today's video, I'm going to be filming on my camera. On my phone. The reason why I'm not filming on my camera is because I don't understand it. I got my lighting the best I can for in here right now, and I feel like I'm pretty true to color. I'm still a little bit pale, but I think I'm tanner than I am. But anyway, I'm sorry I haven't put up a video. Things have been chaotic for me. You guys all know that my mom was in the hospital. She was finally just discharged on Friday night and went home, so she's okay. Her pancreas is still messed up. She has to go for another CAT scan the second week of this month and see if the fluid that's built up behind her pancreas is still building or if it is staying the same. If it's still building, they're going to have to drain it. If not, then it stays the same and they're just going to leave it alone unless it causes issues. Got that one out of the way. Second thing is, my truck's broke down. My transmission we went to a shop. Sorry, my phone's in front of me. We went to a place and got a transmission, and they sold us a beat transmission. It's bad. I don't know if you guys know anything about cars, but the torque converter was bad, and the tranny pump was bad. So now our vehicle's down. So trying to get the kids to school and everything else. Everything has just been so chaotic. And with it all, I just want to shake this camera because I don't get it. I've gotten it to film and I've gotten the videos over to my computer because I got a new laptop just for editing. And what fun it's been. I have to pay for a special editor and I have to figure out this whole situation. So I'm going to be filming on my phone for today. I wanted to get this video up. I wanted to do it for a while. I did promise one of you guys that I would film with the Huda nudes so I can give you my opinion on it because I'm not going to lie about it. I'm going to give you the God's honest truth, and I will tell you over the past couple weeks I've used it quite a few times, and my opinion on this is you have to like pinks and purples. No matter what you do, you're going to come up with a pinky look, a purpley look, a nude look, and you can even get maybe a cranberry eye. But that's as far as you can go with this. Now, if you look at all the colors in it, the only one that has a tint of brown to it is this, and it's not even fully brown. It's still, I'll swatch it for you. It still comes up like a pinky brown, if that makes sense. So, you have to like these colors. There we go. It's more of it looks like peanut butter with a pink tone. So, that might give you a little bit of an idea of what that color comes out to be. But when it comes to this palette, like I said, you have to like pinks. You have to like purples. Do I like it? Oh, I absolutely love this palette. I feel like these colors alone, like this one, that one, this one, and the one up there, so worth the whole palette. Yeah, $65 is very steep for a palette. It's the most I've ever paid for a palette. But I think that it's something that once I use it long enough, I will be able to incorporate this with a lot of different palettes and be able to create perfect looks. So there is one true shimmer in here. I'm trying to cover up the mirror for you. So this is a true shimmer, and it's like a cranberry shimmer shade. It's absolutely gorgeous. These glitters, you have to work a little bit harder with them than you do with any other colors, but still, you can get a beautiful look with it. Let me swatch the shimmer right above Teddy. Beautiful. The pigmentation in this palette is crazy. This makes me want to buy more Huda palettes. This palette alone makes me want to buy more. Now, I did not really have any problems with this palette whatsoever. I love everything about it. And even if you look at this, that shimmer tone, it's like a duochrome metallic. One way it looks cranberry, and when I tilt my hand, it's like an orange. It's just beautiful. But anyway, I'm going to stop babbling about it. That is my personal opinion with it, and I'm going to show you how... I'm going to show you guys how I use it. Alright, so, and also, last thing I'm going to note with this palette is the concealer shade. What you would want to do is, each palette comes with a leaflet, when you get a regular palette, it comes with the clear one. I took the leaflet and I cut the corner out of it, like right here in a clear leaflet, and put it over the concealer and then taped it down this side here. So that way I can flip it up and use it and the powders don't get into the concealer. So great idea. I think I saw somebody do something like that. And so when I got it, I instantly threw something over it. So now what I'm going to do to start my eye look is, I'm going to use that concealer that's in there. I was going to use it because I got the MAC paint pot, but I actually like the concealer that's in here for an eye primer. Like I prefer this one for any palette even over the MAC paint pot. So I'm going to peel that back and I'm just going to use my finger. Now I will say, if you have oily eyelids, you might not like this concealer. It's not that it's oily. It just kind of feels like it has a little bit of an oil base to it. And to me, it's not a big deal. I have very dry eyes, very dry eyelids, so it's, nothing to me. But it's something to note that if you have oily eyelids, you might not like this concealer. Now, it does settle down, and it's not, like, it doesn't feel like it has oil in it after it dries, but, when you first put it on, you can feel it. You can feel it has, like, a Vaseline or something, like, but I like it, so. Alright, so you can also see it doesn't have, like, crazy amounts of coverage, but it did cover up most of my redness that I have on my eyes. Cover that back up. Alright. So now I'm just going to take a fluffy brush. This is a Flower Beauty E01. Yeah. And it's just a big fluffy brush. And I'm going to go into this cream colored shade right here. And it does... Alright, I'm back. I guess I had old videos in there that I did not delete out. So it kind of just shut me down and said, you're done for the day. And I said no and went back and deleted it. So anyway, I'm going to go into this cream shade right here, which is a pinky cream shade. And I'm just going to lay this down on top of the concealer just to set it. I don't really like going in without setting my concealer. I only do it if I'm trying to do a bright look or something I want to stand out. Otherwise, I will always set my base. And you can see also this is not like a crazy white color, which is good sometimes. Sometimes I like to have like a very bright color to totally cancel everything out, but today I don't, because if there's any pink, it's not going to matter because I'm going in with pink colors. So, alright, there's my base, it's all down. I'm going to take my favorite little blending brush, which is from TJ Maxx. It is a Gina Taylor highlighter brush actually, but it's my favorite blending brush. And I'm going to go into the shade Play, which is right here. It looks a little bit off-toned on my phone, but it is like a pale peachy pink, and you'll see it in a minute. And this is going to be my first transition, which is not like a crazy dark color to start with, which is what I want to do anyway. And it does show up, and it does help blend the other pinks in without making me look like I have pink eye or that I'm extremely tired. So that's why I always go in with this, and I will go in with this underneath my eye also, because like I said, I don't like when I use a lot of pinks and stuff and it makes me look washed out and tired. So I'm going to zoom these out a little bit because I'm not getting the right color tone here. Alright, so that's a little bit better for the color. Right, so now I have the first color set. Like I said, you're not really going to be able to see much of it. You can see the shading right there. But let me see if I can get a little bit more light on me. Now I'm going to take my, where is she? My Japanese, one second, got my brush. Alright, so now I'm going to take my Japanese 725 brush. It's just a little tiny blending brush right there on my forehead. There you go. And I'm going to dip into the shade Teddy, which is this one right here, which is one of the colors I had swatched for you in the beginning. And there is a lot of kick up in the palette itself, but when you put on your eyes, there's not a lot of fallout. So, I mean, to me, that's a good color. and a good formula. So I'm just going to put this in my crease. And I'm going to bring it in here in the corner. You know, I always connect it. It's just the way that looks most flattering on my eyes, is if I connect all the colors right in here. All right, other eye. I'll tell you what, these Japanese brushes are so amazing. Like, I really, really like them. This is I got 2 of them recently, so this is the only one I have for eyeshadow, and I didn't even know that they had, like, eyeshadow brushes, but they're sold at Walmart and TJ Maxx, and I'll tell you what, they are really amazing brushes. Like, this brush is such good quality, like, I can tell when I'm using it, and it's so soft on my eye. Like, I'm used to the Morphe eye brush that I have and the TJ Maxx eye brush that I have, and compared to them, like, this is such a soft, nice brush. So I actually had some black underneath my eye that wasn't bought, I swear. Alright, so now I'm going to take my Morphe M321, which is like a small bullet brush right there. Got a little powder on it. Alright. And I'm going to go into the shade Raw, which is bottom row, center, basically. Third one in, whatever. And it's just like a dark mauve. And I'm going to go right over top of that last shade I used, Teddy. And I just basically want to deepen up just out here. This isn't going to be like an extensive eye look because there's only so many shades of pink that I'll use in one eye look. So I don't feel that when using this palette, you need to use so many shades. Sorry, my phone went off. You don't need to use so many shades when you're using this palette because the colors stand out so well. That's just not even necessary. Alright, so that's it for that. Now I'm just going to take my initial blending brush, my little fluffy one, and I'm just going to blend that in and make it more smooth. Like, I want to make it, blend it better. Does that make any sense? Am I making any sense today? I'm so happy to make a video again. Like, I really love making videos, and I really love makeup and sharing what knowledge I have of makeup and the techniques I have that might help somebody else. Like, I really love doing this. And, I mean, I can't express how much I love doing it, but when I have situations like I was just going through, like, I don't like coming on here miserable and moody, and I don't want to put everybody in a bad mood with my life and what's going on. Like, I will keep you informed just because I feel like you guys are here with me and you are watching my videos. Like, I want to be 100% with you, but I don't want to bring you down at the same time. I feel like I went black and white for some reason. Let's see. I have color. It's okay. So there's my blend here, and I think it looks really good. I wish it would show more up on my phone when I'm filming with it than it is. I'm going to get closer and show you, because it doesn't look like it did much to my eyes, and you can see I really didn't use that many colors, but I like the way it is right now, and I don't want to change it. See? And you can see my face is terrible. Like, when I'm stressed out, it causes me to have massive lupus breakouts and attacks, and then my skin hates me. Even my scalp hates me right now. Like, my hair, like, my head hurts. So now I'm going to go into these colors here that I said make the palette all worth it. I'm going to use a combination of the 2 top shades here, this one and this one, for my eyelid. So I prefer to use my fingers with this. Now, if you have a silicone brush or even a silicone sponge like applicator that you would use for your makeup, and you could just go in with the corner of it, that would be one of the best applications. You can use something like this here, which will come with like random palettes. Like, if you get a Wet n Wild palette, you'll get one of these. They're just the regular sponge applicators. These do work with this, not as well as silicone, but they do work. and that's why she sells the sponge. I have this right here, which is a smudger for liner, and I've used this to get into my inner corner where my fingers can't get, and this works amazing. And if I really want to go in detailed for like making a line of one of those colors, like up here, like cutting the crease with it, I will use my little teeny tiny silicone eyeliner applicator. If I can find it, I will show you. Sorry, I'm looking down for this. I gotta find my little, oh, I'm not gonna find it right now. It's the same one I showed you before that I used for my, when I put on fake lashes. It is a Real Techniques silicone eyeliner sponge, or brush. So I'll use that also to cut the crease, just to put a little bit of the color up there and make it look, you know, different. But for this, I'm just, for the sake of the video, I'm just going to use my hand, my fingers. So I'm going to go into this shade right here first, because it is a darker shade. And, I mean, look at that. That's amazing. So I'm going to put this on the center of my eyelid to blend it into the outer V. And I'm going to bring it in like 3/4 of the way towards the front, inner corner of my eye. And you can see how easy it is. Like, this is literally one of the easiest palettes I've ever worked with. Because, like I said, the pigmentation's there. The metallics and shimmers are just amazing. And I really couldn't ask for more out of this palette. Like, yeah, I would have liked if it had maybe a couple, like, regular nude colors, not, like, the pinky nude. Or the purple. Instead, I can't talk today. Instead of having so many purple nudes, I would have preferred to have just a few regular nudes for it to be an actual real nude palette. It's a lot of nudes in a sentence. But I do understand why she did it, and I understand the layout of this palette. So I'm not complaining. I'm not mad at it. I don't mind it. So now I'm going into this other shade, which you can see there. I mean, look at that color. That's amazing. I'm going to put that in my inner, very inner corner and blend it into the other color. And it is so much harder with nails to do this. Like, I had it easy before. Getting nails kind of made this hard for me. Which, once you get it on there, it's just one quick swipe and the color's on. Like, you do not have to fight with these colors. You do not have to... I mean, I have to fight with it because my nails are in the way. But pigmentation and the metallic wise and everything, like, you don't have to fight with it. It's there. Wow. See? That got really bright really quick. See if I can do it with this one now. There we go. So you can see there, it's very, very brightening. The metallic is really amazing. Sorry, my husband texted me and I just wanted to see what he said. Now I'm using my old phone, the one I was filming on originally, but it's not my actual working telephone now. I got a new phone. So it makes it easier for me when I'm doing the video. That way you guys aren't hearing a bunch of text or anything else. So I'm just going in and blending this in just because I think I got a little bit above with the shimmer or the metallic. I got a little bit above where I wanted it to be because I use my finger. There we go. And I'm going to get closer to show you because, I mean, it's absolutely beautiful. Ooh, what a mess I have. So there you go. You can see the shades. Let me shut my little light off here. You can see how, like, how well they blend. Yeah, keep that off. Together. And they don't, like I said, there's no issues. There's no problem with blotchiness. There's no patchiness. There's no colors that fail me. Like, this palette is really just amazing. But what I did realize is I want to darken up the outer corner when I got closer. So I'm going to go back into the shade Raw, right there, with the little bullet brush from Morphe. And I just want to deepen that just a tiny bit right in here. Like I said, it's so easy to do. Like, this palette, it's amazing. I really do love this palette. So, I don't have any of my other makeup done. I'm going to go off camera and, well, you know what? Yeah. All right. I'm going to go off camera and maybe give myself a little color, and I'll be right back. Alright guys, I'm back now, and I have my full face done. I'm actually not wearing foundation. I just decided to take my little Broadway contour kit and go wild and use all these cream contours and this concealer to cover and spot cover my face. You can still see some of my blemish areas, especially my chin right here. But I didn't want to go too crazy and totally cover my face, so I did do a little contour and some bronzing, and I did use my Smashbox Cali Contour Kit, which I will tell you what, this thing is amazing. Like that blush color, I don't know if it's going to show true to color on camera, but this is one of the most amazing blushes I've ever used. Let me see if I can get some natural sunlight in here real quick. So that should bring a little bit more light. I don't have my overhead light hooked up, and that's why I look a little bit darker right now. There is some natural sunlight coming in, so I'll see if I can get this to come in a little better. It's still not 100% true to color, but you can see a little bit better. But this blush here is like so pretty. Let me swatch it. Oh, I still swatch it on my hand from the eyeshadow. I'll do it on my arm. But this is just like a perfect mix of pink and peach to use for a blush. Right here. It kind of reminds me of the Tarte blushes, the way that it goes on, the way that it looks, the way that it stays. The staying power is amazing. The contours are beautiful. I mean, the highlights, one is a little bit dark, but I will use that to put over top of my bronzer in the summertime to make it look a little bit more glowy, and that is this shade right here. I don't want to give you the finger, it's on my middle finger. Turn this light up a little bit. Yeah, you can see a little bit better. And then here's the other highlight, which is gorgeous right there. And I mean, these are blinding highlights, so I can't wait to use this on camera too. I just didn't want to make the video extra long. Like, I wanted to make it a little bit longer because I haven't made a video in a while, but I didn't want to make it too long. So there is the blush, the darker highlight, and then the lighter highlight, which they're very reflective. I'm sorry guys, I should have muted my phone. Right, so now I am a lot brighter. There's still like a dark shadow for some reason coming in this way. Don't understand why, but you can see me better, and you can see my swatches better here and all that good stuff. So yeah, so what I did was I used my Cali Contour, my little concealer palette, I told you that. I used my new Anastasia, however the hell you say it, Beverly Hills Brow Wiz. And I'm not too sure why this is so expensive, because to me, the CoverGirl brow, the real thin brow styler, whatever it's called, is way better. So I ended up using my Smashbox powder kit to touch up. But I have given up on making them even. I don't care if they're even. Nobody's eyebrows are perfect, and as long as they are not too squared or triangular like some people, I don't really care. I did use my Wet n Wild contour stick here. I love using this. As you can see, it gives me the perfect shade of contour. Yeah, and then like I used the Smashbox powders, so I really didn't go overboard with makeup. I did use the new Liquid Catsuit, the High Shine lipstick right here, and if you see that color, it's a beautiful color. It's the Cedar Later. It just goes really good with this eyeshadow palette. Like, and it's just the tone is perfect tone for this palette. So anyway, back to the eyeshadow, now that I just babbled on forever. So back into the Huda nudes. I'm just going to take a little Wet n Wild brush. Doesn't say what it is. It looks like this. And I'm going to take it into the shade Raw right there. And I'm going to line my lower lash line with it. Sorry if I'm out of frame for a second. I just want to make sure it's not getting bright on me. I can do it with my big mirror. It's not a big deal. And I'm just kind of keeping it close to my waterline here. And these eyeshadows also work as eyeliners. I have used them. If you get just the powder in your eye without wetting it first, though, it will feel like you have something in your eye, obviously. But there we go. So that is almost a little spot that didn't want to coat. Alright, and then I'm going to move on to my little angled, ooh, look how powder in that. I guess I used a powdery shadow when I used that last. So I'm going to go into the palette again, and I'm going to take that shade Teddy that we used, and I'm going to blend out that deeper color with it, which is still a deeper color, so it's still going to stand out. And then, like I said before, with this palette, anything I do on the bottom when it comes to the pink, like purple is fine, but sometimes pink makes me look like I have pink eye, or swollen irritated eyes, or something along those lines. So what I'll do is I will take this shade up here called Play. It looks like a pale white, but it's not. It's like a pink, like a true like baby pink. And I'm just going to blend out the edges, and you'll see the difference. I'm going to do one eye over here, and then I'll show you the difference and why I use this shade so much with my eyes with this palette. There you go. Alright, so I'll get closer, and you see how this is like extra pink and it kind of makes my eye look red? I don't like that. So that's why I take it across like that, and it just blends it down and tones it down a little bit and takes away the excess pink eye look. Sorry, I stood up to do this step. Normally I'm sitting on like a little stool, and if I get really into what I'm doing, I will stand up and I'll get closer to the mirror, and I'm sure you guys do the same thing. Like, there's no way anybody just sits down the whole time they do their makeup every time. Like, I really get into it. Like, I'll be up here and then I'm over here, and looks like I'm dancing. And look at this. Is that not gorgeous? Like, what, you want me to just put this over my face when I do my videos? Anyway, yeah, so to finish this look, normally I would use just my brown, and I was thinking about it because I got the Urban Decay 24/7 eyeliner, the Glide On eyeliner in the shade Whiskey, which will look nice, but I don't know if it's going to be enough, so we'll try it. There you go. That is almost the completed eye look. What I do want to do is take the lightest shade that I used on my lid on the inner corner. See, I got a little brush here. I'm going to see if I can use this one. I'm going to take a little brush like this, and I'm going to try to get a little bit of that on it, which is very hard with a brush. Like, it can be done, but it's very hard. And I want to put this on the inner corner of the lower lash line. And I'm going to put it a little bit on the inner corner too. I don't want it to look like I took my eyeshadow out too far, but I want like a pop of highlight there. Okay, so that is the eye look all together. I just have to put mascara on real quick. I've been loving the, sorry about that. I've been loving the NARS Climax mascara for my upper lashes, but for my lower lashes, I've been using a mascara designated for it. And Maybelline it is Maybelline Lash Discovery Mini Brush Mascara, which right here you can see this tiny brush, and it is perfect for my lower lashes. It makes them very, very long. It doesn't give volume, but it does give length. So just so you know. And this is my favorite mini mascara for my lower lashes. It does have a stronger scent, so, you know, note to self, if you're going to check out this mascara, because like I said, it is a good mascara. It just has a very strong smell. Not a smell that affects my eyes, but a smell. There we go. So there you go. You can actually see I have lower lashes right now. But yeah, so anyway, that is it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I love talking to you guys, and I really can't wait for the comments because I want to interact more with you, and I want to have more videos up. So, my review on the Huda palette, all in all, I love it. It's great. I wish there was more neutral tones when it comes to brown tones, but it doesn't matter. I love what I can do with it. I love the cool shadows it has, and I just all around love the palette. I mean, is it worth $65? To me, I would have preferred to spend maybe $45, but I did spend the money, so I guess it is worth it. But yeah, I do love the palette, and that's my opinion. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I hope you have an absolutely amazing, wonderful day. And I'll see you in my next video. Bye, guys.